Welcome back, Cash Tribe. If you're not a part of the tribe, it's because you didn't subscribe. And if you didn't subscribe, hi, I'm Conscious Cass. And some more bullshit happened today, guys. My manager reported me. This video is going to be specifically about old ass women. I don't even want to call them women. I'm going to call them creatures. Old ass creature, feminine creature people, slops, juices. That's what they're gonna be called, slops, juices. These weirdos, you could be 17 years old and they find out you have a boyfriend, they start acting weird. You're about to die. You're about to go to a whole nother dimension right now. You only have a few more months left. A few more months or a few more years, whatever. The point is you're done. Your time is up. Why are you worried about who I'm in a relationship with? Why do you act weird when you find out I got a man? You're weird. These adults are weird. My mom was the same way. You're an adult. You're in your 50s, 60s, 70s. And the minute I tell you I'm in a relationship, or the minute I tell you I'm interested in someone, or you find out, because my manager, I didn't tell her, she found out like this. I didn't even have to say anything. The minute you find out I'm in a relationship, you want to start acting funny. You want to start acting weird. Because you're depressed and lonely, because you don't have no... If you don't like what I'm saying, that's just how it is, man. That's really just how it is. A lot of these older women, because they're not getting any action, because no men want them, they're mad at you because you're happy and you're in a relationship. So now I'm gonna break down everything, because the fact that she told me to meet with her, she gave me her report that she made about me, I'm thinking she's gonna apologize. I'm thinking she's gonna take accountability. No, the minute I felt in my head, oh, she's reminding me of my mom. The minute I felt that, I should have known she's gonna do exactly what my mom would do, which is not take accountability. I should have known that, but whatever. I'm going to use that as fuel. Whenever some weirdo wants to treat you a certain way or do dumb shit, whatever the case is, you use that as fuel. I'm not gonna blow up at her. I didn't get mad. While I was reading her report, I didn't do no extra stuff. I didn't go back and forth with her. I didn't say, hey, whatever. No. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna write it down on this report. I'm gonna take the notes that you said I can put on here. I'm gonna write down all the bullshit that you put on this paper. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna record a video about people like you, so that people know what to do with people like you. Cause now I got fuel. Now I've got fuel and I look good too. I look good and I got fuel. Okay, so let me let y'all know what the incident was. A day prior to this lady doing the whole phone call incident, I'm getting off the bus, the school bus. I'm a bus monitor, so I'm getting off the bus, about to go into my job, and I couldn't even walk into the thing. As soon as she gets off her bus, she's waving me down, screaming, hey, what is that? What is that? This is how she is. What is that? What is that? Like a fucking Canaanite. I'm not even gonna get into what a Canaanite is. If you don't know what it is, just look it up. I'm gonna define these people as Canaanites, because that's what they are. So she's waving me down, doing all this extra stuff, like, where are you at? Where are you at? Was asking me where my vest is. And mind you, this day I was running late. So I was rushing out of the house, okay? It's not even that I really forgot my vest. It was just like, I'm rushing so I don't be late to work. Because first of all, for me, I don't feel good calling out of work. I don't feel good being late to work, because I deal with kids. So I take that very, very, very seriously. Even if I'm sick, I don't want them to have to go on these other people's buses and get cursed out by other monitors, which y'all don't do nothing about. But we're not gonna go there just yet, right? So I'm letting her know, hey, yeah, I understand. I know I gotta wear my vest. I'm just letting you know I was rushing out of the house so I didn't get late today. I didn't want to be late. Mind you, when it comes to wearing my vest, it's not like I don't wear my vest every single day. No, I happen to, if I'm running late and I'm rushing out, yes, I might accidentally leave my vest. It literally happens to everyone that works there. You're not going to meet a single person at that place that has always brought their vest to work. Even she doesn't bring her vest to work every single day.
Oh yeah, I got coffee stains on my vest, so I didn't want to bring it. I didn't want to come in looking like that.
Oh, so you can have an excuse. because you got coffee, you got a little coffee stain on your vest, right? You can have an excuse. But I actually, like, I'm rushing out so I can get here on time. When I tell you that, oh, where's your vest? Hey, where's your vest? Where's your vest?
What is that? What is that? What is that?
Where's your vest? Right? Because it's me though. I get yelled at, I get waved down when I'm just now getting off the bus. You're waving me down, asking me about my vest. Okay, so you're already aggressive. You got mad ass eyeliner on your eyes. You didn't wash your face this morning, but you're talking to me any type of way, right? Immediately disrespectful. But did I tell her that at that moment? No, because I'm thinking, okay, whatever. Maybe she's having a bad day. I let it go. Then she's asking me about my boyfriend. She's like, hey, did your boyfriend go through orientation? Mind you, this job does not pay that much. The only reason I let my boyfriend know about this job is so that we can, hey, get this money, man. Okay? So I helped her out. I let her know, hey, you know, I brought somebody in. He wants to do this. He wants to do that. There was no reason for her to decline. I'm gonna get to that, man. I'm gonna get to that. Where was I at? So, waving me down about my vest, asking me about my boyfriend, about his orientation and whatnot. I'm letting her know. Then she goes right back to the vest. Hey, but you know, you gotta wear your vest. You gotta set a good example. You can't be showing up to work without your vest on, So I'm, again, repeating to her. I understand that. I know the job. I know the job description. I know I'm supposed to wear my vest, like I said. And I didn't tell her this, but like I'm saying to you, everyone in the entire universe that works at this job has forgotten their vest at one point. Everyone has had some excuse why they can't bring their vest to work. I'm giving you a legitimate reason. I'm in a rush to work. Okay, my jacket's here, my stuff here is my da-da-da, I'm out the door. I gotta catch the bus. I cannot miss the bus because then I gotta text you or call you and let you know, hey, I gotta catch another bus because I'm gonna be late, just for you to call me a liar, which she did. I'm gonna get to that. So you want me to make sure I got my vest, okay? Yeah, cool. Understand, there's going to be times, hello, I'm rushing out the house. Shit, I might forget a sock. But you can have a coffee stain on your vest.
Child.
That was strike number 1 for me, okay? But I didn't make that a big deal. I didn't show her no disrespect. I was, okay, I'm gonna make sure I bring it. I let her know that. It was just, hey, I'm rushing out. I kept it cordial. I kept it fine. She put that incident on the report. Why would you do that? Where it's a simple conversation. I didn't do anything disrespectful. I didn't, you know, so why would you? Then another thing she mentioned on the report is everything on my part. Everything's on Candace, that's how it's always been my entire life. Everyone wants to put everything on me, not take any accountability. Whatever. This is what happened. The other day, I'm trying to get a ride to work. I'm already ready, I'm dressed, I'm ready to go downstairs to catch my bus. For some unknown reason, I have no control over the bus driver, I have no control over the buses, I have no control. At the time that I usually go downstairs, that bus was already gone, past my stop, which means I would have had to wait another 30 minutes to get another bus, which means I would be late to work, right? So I texted my landlord, who also works at my job. Okay, I texted him, I was like, hey, do you think I would be able to get a ride? Me thinking he's at the house. Let me just text because maybe he could give me a ride. Convenient, right? And if he texts back saying, yes, I can give you a ride, I could be downstairs and I could be at work on time. But if he doesn't text back, if I don't get a response, I would have to wait to catch another bus. This is what this lady's gonna do. After I sent the text to him, I get a call from my manager and she's letting me know, hey, you're gonna have to cover this run, which is her run. She's letting me know that. Mind you, I had already texted him, so it's not like I was just making an excuse to not go to work, right? I was trying to get a ride before she called. She's gonna call, she's gonna say that, right? I tell her, oh, okay, well, just to let you know, I just texted so-and-so to get a ride. If I'm not able to get a ride from him, I would have to catch another bus. She's like,
so we're calling out now?
In that exact tone.
So we're calling out now?
I'm like, no, I didn't say I'm calling out. I'm saying I might be late unless he's able to give me a ride. She's like,
Candace, we're not doing this. Every single time you have to cover a run, you don't want to cover the run, you give me some type of excuse or you don't show up to work.
I'm like, no, that's never been the case. Whenever I knew I was covering a run, that's usually when I'm already at work. because that's how unprofessional and unorganized you are. Don't try to pin stuff on me, making it seem like I don't show up to work, I don't do what I gotta do when I find out I'm covering a run. So to use that as an opportunity to say you never want to do this, you never want to do that, don't be mad at me because you're lacking in monitors. I didn't say I was calling out. I said, hey, I'm gonna be late unless I can get a ride from him. That's all I said. Why does your mind immediately jump to calling out? And also, that would be understandable if I was the type to always call out. I'm not the type to always call out because I actually like the job. I don't hate my job. I don't hate kids. So yeah, she's gonna do that. I'm explaining to her, hey, I'm not calling out. I'm just letting you know this is what it is. Do you know what she says after that? Candace, I'm not here for the lies. I'm not here for the games. You always do this. I don't have time for this. So I let her know, you're being very disrespectful. This is what I said. You're being extremely disrespectful. All I'm doing is letting you know, hey, I'm going to be late. Mind you, her bus doesn't start loading until 8 something. If I would have caught another bus, I would have been late technically to clock in, but I still would have got there for the run. But she was too busy being aggressive and being disrespectful. It's like she completely lost all her brain cells. It's like she completely forgot how we clock in and what time we clock in. Then I say, you're making me feel very uncomfortable. I don't understand what's going on. She says, well, I don't care how you feel. That's not how we do things. Now, this is the part that absolutely pissed me off. After me trying to explain to her, hey, this is what's actually happening. Do you need a picture? Like, do you need a screenshot of the bus app so that you can see I have to wait to catch another bus. I'm just saying I'm gonna be late. She's like,
no, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm just like, you always do this, and honestly, Candace, I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of you lying.
I'm like, no way you're calling me a liar. Then she decides to hang up. She decides to hang up the phone. So immediately in my head, I'm like, okay, you don't care how I feel. You're being disrespectful. You don't care that you're being disrespectful. Okay, should I even go to work? But I didn't even have in my mind, okay, I'm not gonna show up. I was still thinking about it. Had I decided to go to work, I would have wasted my time. And let's say I did have to get like a lift, I would have wasted my money and my time. Because you know what this lady does? She retaliates because she's upset. She retaliates, sends me a text saying, we're all good. I found somebody to do it. So you wasted my time. You called me at 7 in the morning to waste my time. And mind you, this is the first time ever where she has ever called me to let me know I was doing a run. Never does she call me. She'll usually text it in a group chat and say, hey, so-and-so is covering this run, this person's out. Or she'll tell me in person when I'm already at work. Now you find out I have a boyfriend, so now you're doing a lot of things that you don't normally do, it seems like. I'm telling you, these people, oh my gosh, man. It doesn't matter what age they are. You would think a freaking 19-year-old or somebody in their 20s as well would be the type to be jealous of you having, being in a relationship. No, it's old ass people now, guys. You have to beware. It's old ass people. It could be your own freaking manager. Your manager will write you up because you guys have a disagreement. You guys have something going on. She will write you up just because she finds out you have a boyfriend. That's the only reason why she did that. There was another monitor here, the monitor that left, a male monitor, who she would frequently comment on, oh, he's very attractive if I was his age, right? Very unprofessional. This is the same lady who would not write up him, would not suspend him, would not make sure he's not working, and he curses out the kids. He threatens the kids. These grown ass women, because they're not receiving any action, because they're not receiving any flowers, because they're not getting massages, because they're not being loved on, they will take it out on you the minute they find out you have a man. And the funny thing is, I didn't even tell her. She knew. So of course, after she sent that message, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't spend any money on a ride, because now I know for sure I'm not going to show up to work. Mind you, the intention was not to call out. She lacked a monitor because of her own disrespectful ass. That's why she lacked a monitor. That's why she didn't have anyone to cover that run. And she said she found somebody. Yeah, you found somebody who's not a monitor. who doesn't even want to be on that bus, who's probably having a hard time on that bus right now. Good job. Like, what did that do? After that, we all have a meeting. It's a group meeting. It had nothing to do with that situation. It was just her holding a meeting, and she's mentioning, oh, I don't want to hire anyone that's in a relationship. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, so you weren't going to hire my boyfriend. You were just stringing him along, making it seem like you were. No, you were never going to do that. You don't want anyone in relationships. Yeah, because you're miserable. Why would that matter? You're miserable. It's not even like you had to put us on the same bus, or he didn't even want the same position. You're just miserable. These bitches are miserable. But besides that, I went to her office because she said she wanted to meet with me today, and that's where I received the write-up. I put my hand out like this to receive the write-up, and this lady's gonna do this. I kid you not, my hand's out like this. She has the paper. She sees my hand. She's not blind. I mean, you're old, but you're not blind. She sees my hand. She does this. So I could have returned the same energy and left my paper on the table. Her fat ass could get up and get it, but I didn't do that. I put it on her desk the same way she put it on mine. I didn't hand it to her. I just sat it down with a pencil so she didn't have to get up. Even that was very considerate of me. I feel like I should have just left it there, but whatever, it's over with now. It's so disgusting and so obvious when people don't like you because they know you're in a relationship. It doesn't matter how old you are. My mother was treating me funny when I was 17 or 18. She would try to be close with whoever I was with, especially when I was in a relationship. And even after that relationship, after I was cheated on, you would think your mother would unfollow. You would think your mother would not still be having conversations with that person. Oh, no. A lot of conversations, a lot of late night talks, a lot of weird shit. And then she finds out I'm cool with the next person. That's a dude. She'll be on the live stream for 3 hours. She'll be the longest viewer there, putting hard eyes in the live. You know, people are freaking weird. If you are somebody who's dealing with a manager like that, yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I'm looking for another job immediately. I'm expecting an apology from this lady. She did not give me one. She gave me a write-up with a whole bunch of bullshit on there. You know, she had the nerve to say, yeah, you know, she was being disrespectful. I let her know she was being disrespectful. No, you told me that as a tit for tat thing. I hate when people do that. I tell you you're being disrespectful. You say, I don't care how you feel. And then you say, you're disrespecting me. Why do a lot of adults do that? I tell you how I feel. You try to say the exact same thing with nothing to back it up. How am I being disrespectful? Do tell me, how am I being disrespectful? Because I'm not letting you disrespect me. That's how I'm being disrespectful. Interesting. Y'all, I feel like I'm going to be bringing y'all a lot more videos on this channel. My main channel, I'm gonna see about that. If you also subscribe to my other channel, you'll know my laptop is no more, so I have to fix it in order to do reactions and stuff like that. I'm gonna figure something out. I'm gonna see what I can do for my main channel. As for now, I might be coming back to YouTube on this channel. It's been a minute. I need to get back consistent. And honestly, I miss talking to y'all anyway, so this was a slightly longer video. Woohoo! Slightly longer. That's very good. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you want me to speak on anything, talk about anything, let me know in the comments below. I am growing rapidly. There's been a lot of changes in my life. I am so grateful. I change every day, and I'm making myself proud every day. So much love to y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't mind the change of setting. I'm at work right now, but I wanted to add this before I close out the video. Some adults, older adults, they'll see you as everything that they can never be. Everything they wish they could have been, everything they want to be, everything that they know is too late to become. I just had like a fucking moment just now. I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I was also thinking about my boyfriend and how, you know, he went to see her in person to have that interview. And in her head, she was probably like, wow, I can't decline him on the spot because, I mean, look at him. And then she was reminded of me. Us together, that would be intense for her. That would be intense. She knew I modeled. She knew I did content. She knew I had all these passions and things that I was interested in. And him, I mean, you could look at him and see, you can look at him and physically tell that, okay, he's obviously more capable of doing a lot of things. He definitely has passions. He has a life. Some people will see you and understand that and know that and feel extremely threatened by that. And I've come to terms with that. That's why I'm not super mad. I'm not super angry. I know what it is. If anyone ever acts super weird to you out of nowhere, rolls their eyes at you out of for no reason, disrespects you for no reason, understand you probably represent everything that they can never be. And they hate that, and they're mad at you for that. It's a very backwards mindset. Like, why are you mad at me because you were too lazy to get your life in order? Why are you mad at me because you can't hold down a relationship? Why are you mad at me because I'm happy and you're not? You're 3 times my age. 2 to 3 times my age. That is sad. I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna look at a fucking 17-year-old kid and think to myself, oh, she knows how to draw and I don't know how to draw, so I'm gonna make her life miserable. I have these cards. Let me show y'all something. There's kids on my bus. They're like around 9-10 years old, and I like to play this game with them. I got Uno cards and I have them try to guess what color is on the other side of the card. There's a girl on my bus who gets them back to back to back. She just like that. Somebody like this, somebody like my manager would see that and be like, I'm gonna make your life a living hell now, girl, because you're smart, because you know this, that, and I don't. Somebody like that, if I was like that, I would be so pissed. I would be so mad at this girl simply because she has the ability to trust her intuition to simply just blurt out the right answer. I would be so mad because I didn't practice that skill, because I haven't been working on strengthening my intuition. How are you mad at someone for doing the work that you couldn't do when you are perfectly capable of doing it? You're just a lazy. Nobody's holding down your legs, tying you up. Nobody has you in cuffs. There is no reason why you cannot do certain things. You just make excuses. You make excuses and you blame people like us. You blame people with the abilities that you don't have, or the effect on people that you don't have, or the aura that you don't have, instead of doing the work yourself. That's a sad, sad life. You're a sad, sad person. So yeah, y'all, instead of, beating yourselves up, talking down on yourself like, oh, there must be something wrong with me. No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. People are just weirdos. Understand that. And you'll feel much better